Los Angeles. This is bigger than where we come from. This is about where we go from here. For every OG, every big homie, every little homie, every mother, every father, every person searching for purpose. Welcome.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Under the groove.
Yeah. West Coast sun shining while the city come alive. Palm trees in the breeze, another day to survive. I seen pain in the streets, I seen dreams in the struggle. Seen people lose hope, then rebuild from the rubble. Every set got a story, every block got a past. Every scar got a lesson if you willing to ask. Little homie on the corner, looking for direction, searching for respect, searching for acceptance. Big homie put them
Closer, listen, young man.
your life worth more.
More than a weapon in your hand.
Real power ain't fear, real power is control. It's the knowledge in your mind and the strength in your soul.
Put down the guns, pick up the wisdom. Put down the hate, find your vision.
A mind awakening is a force that can't break. Consciousness is the path that we gotta create.
Under the groove, where knowledge becomes wisdom, where struggle becomes strength, where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
I remember family dinners, everybody at the table. Elders telling stories, teaching lessons when they able. Grandma's voice carry history through the room, showing us the roots before we ever saw the bloom. Now we living in a time where the connection got lost, where we count what we gain but forget what it costs. Everybody got a phone but nobody wanna call. Everybody got a platform but nobody wanna build walls. Not walls that divide us, walls that protect. A foundation of knowledge, a future with respect. We gotta teach the children who they are and where they came from. Show them they're your kings and queens before the world names them. Community is power when the people unite. A family standing together can turn darkness to light.
Under the groove, when knowledge becomes wisdom, struggle becomes strength. Where family builds together, and we break those chains. What's under your groove?
Is it love?
Is it purpose?
Is it purpose?
Is it unity?
Is it community?
Wake up, black people. It's time we elevate the future in our hands. We can't afford to wait. Under the groove.
This ain't about where you started, it's about where you headed. The lessons from the past are the words that protect us. Every OG got a story, every big homie got a duty. Don't just tell the youth what's wrong, show them what's possible truly. Teach ownership, teach discipline, teach knowledge of self. Teach them building the future, it's the ultimate wealth. No more watching our brothers fall victim to the streets. It's time we put the healing back into our communities. From Los Angeles streets to every city across the nation. We need consciousness, unity, and family. Restoration. So when they ask,
What's under your groove?
tell them consciousness,
Knowledge,
wisdom,
unity,
community,
family.
love.
Because when we change our minds,
We change our future.
and that's under the groove.
This message is for all of the OGs and big homies.
It's up to us to teach the youth,
It's up to us.
to pass down the knowledge,
It's up to us.
to show them there's another way.
Not destruction,
But creation,
not division,
but unity,
not anger.
but wisdom. The future is watching what we do today,
So reach back, guide the next generation.
and leave something greater behind. Under the groove.
Under the groove.
All right, everybody, that's what it do. That's what it do. What's under your groove? Welcome to Under the Groove Podcast. Everybody, a little snafu right there. Put the wrong intro in. Had to go back and fix that shit. But here I am, and there you are. Welcome to this Get Down, y'all. It's Tuesday already. I swear, man, just yesterday was Monday. Went real quick. But here we are, man. Hopefully everything is everything with each and every one of you. Welcome all of those who are part of this RGC collective we call the Royal Group Congregation, and to each and every one of you who are not part of that Get Down yet, you're more than welcome to join. Just keep one thing in mind: it's about unity, love, and respect on this Get Down. All right, ain't nothing sideways, everything's above board. So let's get it in, man. Let's get it in. I got some shit, man. I didn't feel for the okie doke today. I'm doing my little research and shit. I run across this brother's channel. He said, man, they got him. They got the killers of Nolan Wales. Man, I was like, boom, setting up. Like I'm finna fool, Went and checked it out. And like, ain't no such thing happened. You know what I mean? I said, damn, bro, why you want to do that, man? Why do we do that type of ish, man? Come on, man. I was ready to get it in, Tell the truth. I was ready to get it in. But I'm pretty sure that what's right would take place. You know what I mean? Whatever or whoever is behind that whole incident, it'll come to light, man. Everything dark comes to light. You know what we say, man. So I trust that. I trust that to be exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Anyway, in any respect, man, this is where we get down at. We touch bases with the people. So let's get down with this. Get down. I got some clips. I want to show y'all 3 clips today. One is poetry. I found it tight as hell. All right. It was nice. The other one was one I didn't show yesterday because we had got all into what we were doing yesterday. Didn't have time for it. You know what I mean? Because like I say, when I get that text, that call, hey, shut it down. I got to shut it down, homie. I ain't going to keep it, I ain't going to be faking like, what I'm saying? Somebody calling shots. Shots to call. Hey, I move. You know what I mean? And then I got another one it's going to mess y'all up. Some of y'all probably heard about it today, but it's going to mess you up. And this is the problem we face when we go to these franchises. We don't really know what these people doing. And for the most part, most of those people that work in these places ain't us. But they know we frequent these establishments quite often. You know what I mean? So they got a hookup for you, man. They got a hookup for you. So I'm gonna drop that as well, man. Right quick, man. Yeah, everything is everything, everybody. On the RGC, man. Come on in here, people, man. Let's get this thing up and running. Let's touch bases with the people, Let's touch bases. All right. That being said, let me jump up in here because I don't want to get caught slipping like I did last night. I didn't get to get that last clip out, and I really wanted to. You know what I mean? The conversation get to flowing and get to reading shit, and then we get, boom. And we end up lost in the sauce, We don't want to do that today. All right, what's first? All right, let me drop this right quick because I think this is some powerful shit. I like it, but you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, man. And surprisingly, this come off what they call it, the show America's Got Talent. All right. So check this out right quick. I'm going to drop this right quick right now.
And if you loved anything that much, you'd fight too. You fight through who and whatever. Bet you choose violence over silence every time. You might die, but you might live. You might give the last drop. You couldn't stop if you loved anything that much. If you loved anything that much, the touch of patience would hit differently. You be forced to disagree, compelled to disobey. Compelled, even if afraid. God bless the day long with struggling, the night deep with loving and touching. Now imagine it disappearing into nothing. People keep on learning. Soldiers, yeah, they keep on warring. To feel love in your mouth again, I bet you would turn into a custom. A disruptor, a disturber of the peace, your peace intact. Exact precision of blunt instruments. It will make no difference. However, intuition or intonation might lead. You cry and swing and cry and swing for the fences. If you loved anything that much, you fight too. You fight back. No matter how weak they said you were. No matter how many days in a row you haven't eaten, ain't been sleeping, barely breathing, still wanting, still needing, you keep on keeping finding fresh paint for that picket sign. You jump the line. Regretting you only have one life to give for your babies and your lover, lying to your mother who's still in denial about raising a fire starter, a flame fanner, son of man, not manna. You laugh on the witness stand. The only hands you are in belong to the Most High. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, them your first, second, and third cousins. Nat Turner, William Wallace, them your brethren. So glad he let me try it again. My last time on earth, I live the whole world saying now. I keep on trying till I reach the highest ground. Hey, Lord, I can't let nobody the highest ground till I reach.
Yeah, the highest ground, man. Can't let nobody stop you, man. I like the fact that he mixed that poetry with, with that Stevie up in there, man. It was nice. But it was entertainment, but at the same time, gotta listen to the words. The poem was to get down, for real. You know what I mean? If you listen to it, you caught that. That was some tight shit, in my perspective, in my opinion. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. Like I say, man, one thing about us, man, we are creative. We're artistic, more than anything else, man. And our artistic, abilities, man, come out in all different forms and fashions. You know what I mean? It could be poetry, it could be music, song, dance, it could be creation, invention, our creativity, man, is just vast, man. But this is just an example of who we are and how we get out. And I love the fact that he did that. He was able to mix that poetry with, them snippets, them quick lines of Stevie Wonder's, higher ground. You know what I mean? Again, it's a message in the poem, man. You just got to get it. So if y'all didn't get it, I may run it again then later. And if not, go back, man. When you go on YouTube, watch it. While you're doing that, like, share, follow, comment, and subscribe to this. Get down, everybody. That's the get down, all right? Higher ground. We're trying to reach higher ground, man. Right quick, I want to send a shout out to a brother who prefer not to be acknowledged in name. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, you guys, the other day I got an email, right? And this email said, hey, man, I appreciate what you're doing, man. I want to give back to this get down, to the people. His $5,700. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what the, I BS you not, right? I'm taken aback. I'm like, who the hell is this? This some troll? This a game? What's happening? You know what I mean? And why me? There's nobody for nothing, man. We don't do that here, So that was the message, that was the email. And so, I said, wait a minute, and left the phone number. All right, let me call this number, man. Who is this individual that want to drop $5,700 on Under the Groove podcast? Knowing, because you watch the podcast, you have to watch the podcast to know we don't do that here. Our stance, my stance here is that, man, that same money that you want to donate or sponsor, give somebody that, give to somebody who really, really need it. You know what I mean? That can really, really use it. You know what I mean? So that's our get down here, man. We tend to let everybody know, don't do that. Don't just come in, man. That's the wealth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You want to give us something like, share, subscription in that respect, that's fire to us, that's power to us, you know what I mean? But anyway, he did that. Boom. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. I thought, again, this was some bullshit, somebody playing. And, we don't get very many trolls. We all know this, right? That's the beauty of this get out as well. So, like I said, I called. And the first time I called with no answer. So I said, okay, this is BS. Some told me that they called. I called. excuse me, the individual answered. I said, hey, you so he said, yeah, man, I said, man, what's going on? Really, what's happening, man? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? Is this real? He said, yeah, it's real, He said, I just want to give back. He said, I just want to give back, man. And still I'm flabbergasted. I'm still stunned just at the gesture, you know what I mean? Just at the gesture of what he wanted to do or what he did. And so we got to talking, and then he laid it out. He said, listen, what I want to do is parcel it out, And I said, yeah, man, do that, because I'm pretty sure there's some people who can use it. You know what I mean? He said, I just ask that you keep me anonymous. I said, all right, no problem. No problem. And when I told him what I said about how we get down here, he said, well, I'm still going to send you $7,500, something like that. I wasn't even paying attention. I said, yeah, all right, yeah. But just know, man, I appreciate what you're doing for the people. You know what I mean? And whoever gets that money, however they receive it, they'll be grateful. I got an individual I would like for him to, put some of that money towards. And I'm texting back, man, and say, hey, man, look at this situation and, you decide, you know what I mean? But I plan to call him again tonight. Just, he said he's not much of a talker. And I got that when I called, he's kind of, reserved. So it's all right, man. I dig that. But I made it a point when I hung up, I thought about it. I'm going to call this brother again, and actually, I hey, I want to pick his brain, I want to pick his brain. I want to know why he's giving back. You know what I mean? Is there some redemption attached to this? What's going on? I gave my word I keep him anonymous, and that's what I'll do. But that's what happened today. I'm still kind of stunned behind it, but it is what it is. Brothers like that and sisters like that, they exist, y'all. It's something about us, man, that a lot of people don't like. They resent, and that's part of it. His whole demeanor, his whole attitude. It was like, hey, man, it was like, hey, I don't need no recognition. His recognition was in the fact that he got from wherever he was to where he is now, and he was paying it back. That was, he was paying it back, and that was good enough for him. So I salute that brother, man. He know he is. I'll tap in with him later on. Hopefully he'll take my call and we can chop it up. All right. That being said, let's move on. Man, the world is something else, man. The world is something else. All right. Let me read some of these get downs right quick, and I'm going to jump back into these clips because I got a couple of more. Like I said, I got 1 minute. The last 1 minute is going to shock each and every one of you. And I'll get into that, man, once I do that. You know what I mean? I'll let you guys, see that clip. I'll be able to tell you why I'm pretty sure it's going to shock you. And hopefully so. Hopefully it shocks you right back into the present. It puts you in the mindset where, you know what? You come to understand and accept that we can't trust no one, y'all. We barely can trust our damn selves. But it's even worse when we put trust in other people, the system, the program, whatever. And we know it's not to our benefit. All right. Lisa Moore in the house, y'all. One of our queen sisters, man, of the RGC. Lisa Moore says, hey, Grand Rising, Brother Bud, power to the people. Peace and love to the kings and queens in the RGC. B1 is black first, y'all. B1 equals black first. All right. Damn, I'm saying that. I'm thinking about this brother, man. All good, Lisa. We hear you, sister. Peace and prosperity to you and the fam. May everything be everything. All right. Cools. You said, what's up, Groove? What's up with you, Cools? I think this is a first. I'm not familiar with that name. You already know where you at, but I'll repeat it anyway. This is Under the Groove Podcast. More than welcome to be here, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, hang out with us. We touching bases. You know what I mean? This is where we focus on the focus. All right. One thing, one a prerequisite, one condition: be respectful. Be respectful. That's it. That's all. All right. We can agree to disagree, keep our composure, be respectful. That's it. That's all. Appreciate you up in here, Cools. All love and respect, bro. All right, Soldier Denise, I see you. She said, uh-oh, I caught you live. Peace be unto you, bub. Peace to the kings and queens of the RGC. Yes, sister. That's a good look for you to be up in here, man, when we just getting started. I tell you what, and because most of them don't know, they would have to go to the comments to hear your get down, what you lay before the people, what you put in their hands, you know what I mean? You been here now, and I would like to think that you'll leave some, in the comments, for them, further them along, some positive, some productive, as I know you're capable of doing. So when you come in, that's what I expect sometimes. But my expectations ain't yours. I'm just saying though, I love how how you put your words together and you speak truth to power in terms of what it is you're about. They should know that. They should come to understand that. Love and respect it as much as I do and many others, I'm pretty sure. So welcome to this Get Out. You front and center today, I have to say. All love and respect, Soldier Denise. One of our queen sisters right there, queen mother, real spit. Good to see you up in there. B60, what it do, man? Greetings, salutations, you bub, and the RGC B1. Again, Cools, B1 equals black first. B1, black first. That's it, that's all. Good to see you, B60. Good to see you. Raymond Scott, what it do, homie? Say salute, bub. Tapping in with you and RGC B1 equals black first. Good to see you up in here. Peace and prosperity to you and the fam, as well as to the extended family, man, the Rays. Always a shout out to them brothers and sisters all the way, like I say, from Pasadena to Inglewood to LA, man. All love and respect, bro. Good to see you hanging out with us. Queen and Zinga's in the house. Peace and abundant blessings. Kings and queens in the RGC. Always good to have you here. Oh, they beat you today, Antonio. Love and salute, homie. I see you up in here. You about 6 spots behind, bro. They was on their job today. Damn, sniping here early. All right, that's what's up, bro. Who, why, or how, why? All love and respect. Snipe, good to see you hanging out as well, bro. Always an honor to see one of the loved ones up in front of the community. Real spit. I ain't gonna get sentimental, but it means a great deal to have loved ones tap in, man. So appreciate your presence, bro. Thank you for showing up. So Denise said, man, I'm often driving and listen, but I hear you. Okay, respect. Hear you loud and clear, sister. Let's jump up in this thing, man. Now this other clip, I wanted to show this last night, but things happen. You know what I mean? So wasn't able to get to it. I was not able to get to it, but I got this. Oh shit! Hold on. There we go. I got this one for you though. Wood. Let's bring that back. No, where the thing at? All right. There we go. All right. So let's drop this one for you guys. And this is what I was talking about yesterday. I wanted to share this, man. But again, time ran out on us. Yeah, get a bar of this. Wait a minute. All right, there you go. And again, most of the clips I drop, y'all, really, I put them there for you guys to absorb what's being said. Internalize that shit. You know what I mean? Internalize it. Because, for the most part, I think most of what I present and bring to the RGC and the people, whoever's in this get out, is for growth. It's for understanding, insight, context, all that shit that matter, man. All those things that they're trying very hard to distract you from utilizing or, using to your benefit. They want to take your attention span, and put it on some BS. You know what I mean? They want to make you one of these people like an automaton, a robot that's geared towards and is functioning purely and solely for the system. So I bring shit like this to the get out, man, to see if we can break that mold. We can break that cycle, that process. All right. This what this is right here. This is a good one. So let's get aboard this right to the quick. And, let's have a discussion. As far as the first one go, the clip, the poem, ain't nobody said nothing. I would love to hear some feedback about what that brother said. How did y'all interpret that? Did it resonate with you? You know what I mean? Did you feel it? And again, I understand. I accept that we all not going to catch the same vibration, the same frequency, but that's a work in progress because we're all geared towards that get out, that same thing, that frequency and vibration. Believe it or not, we're all geared to that same get out, So I bring a lot of this shit in to see if we can't tap into that, try to spark it, wake it up, activate it. All right. Let's drop this. It's how 30 million people.
We need to come together and do one thing: stop participating. And when we do that, the game is over. When we literally say Monday morning, we're not going to go to work. Imagine if 30 million people didn't go to work Monday. Imagine if 30 million people didn't buy gas on Monday. Imagine if 30 million people went to the bank on Monday and said, I want to withdraw all my money. They can't even give it to all 30 million because only 15% of the cash is available on hand at any given time. The rest is fake zeros and ones. That would collapse the banking system in one day. You see the power in that? You have the power. Well, we all have the power, but what's
power is in the people, y'all.
Keeping us back from doing this? Fear. Oh my God, if I don't go to work, I'm going to get fired. And if they don't participate in it, and I'm the only one that doesn't show up for work, I'm going to lose out. You're not going to be able to pay my rent. I'm not going to be able to make my car payment, and so forth and so on. You see the trap they have us in? They have us in this system where we're afraid to work together.
That's why the system needs people to be distracted and divided, fighting each other. Because once people come together and realize that they can create change, then the whole system collapses.
And the reality is, man, and I think this is lost to a lot of us, is that they need us. We don't need them. We've been led to believe, led to think that we do. But the reality is they need us. We don't need them. We don't need them. And again, because a lot of us think that we do, we're dependent upon them rather than more independent upon our independent, for our own self get downs or whatnot. A lot of us are in fear of bucking the system, because that's basically all it is. For those who know when I use the term bucking the system, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of our brothers and sisters are afraid, are in fear of bucking the system. Why? Because they're in fear that, okay, I want to do this, I'm down with this, but what if I'm the only one doing it? Then I'll be the only one to lose my job, where everybody is looking at me like I was a damn fool. But the reality is the majority of people understand how the system does not actually take care of you. It actually drains you. It saps not just your energy and your labor, man. It saps your thought processes. It plays on your soul, your spirit, you know what I mean? And then any money you get, it siphons that too. You know what I mean? So really, when you look at it as you should, we're just slaves, man. We're slaves, but we're being fed this propaganda that we're free, that we have liberties, that we could do what we want. That's not the truth. We're doing exactly what the corporations, the super rich, the 1% want us to do. But again, there's that fear that's been established, that's been put into us, indoctrinated into us, that prevents us from rising up and unifying. Because again, they divided and conquered, or divide and rule the masses, to where they got us like we don't trust each other. We trust a system that we know is oppressive, that we know is murderous, that we know is all those things that are detrimental to us. We trust that more than we trust each other. That's how the fix is in, man. Separate yourself from the situation. Step back and then weigh it. Weigh it. Who's hurt you more? Who's done more to you? Who's kept you under? Who's prevented you from rising, being all you can be? Who's miseducated you? Who's misled you? Who's used laws and politics against you? Who's taken most of everything you have, that would include your life. I think that's a no-brainer, man. You know what I mean? That's a no-brainer. You know, but again, the system is designed in such a way to where, we talked about this last night, most of us, we suffer from Stockholm syndrome. You know, we relate to our captors. We relate to those who are doing us the most harm. You know, we won't rise up against them. We sympathize with them. We come to think that, hey, man, they're doing this for a reason, and it's for my own good. Prove it. So, yeah, when we get to that point, man, where we're willing to rise up and not have fear of consequences, because, yeah, truth is they run everything. They run everything. So we had this conversation as well. If only 10 million, 15 million did it, it wouldn't have an effect. But if 30 million or more, if 100 million, you know, the country is filled with over 300 million individuals, 45 million of which are Black people. Imagine that power unified, that collective at work. So that's what we're up against, man. You know, I appreciate that clip. And in fact, you guys, if you recall, this is the second time I've shown that clip. And this is one of those clips that need to be shared time and again, you know, because we're trying to chip away at the reinforcement of the reinforcements that the system has placed around us in terms of how we think and act. You know, they built this barrier, man, you know, or where they, you know, put it out there. They created this thing and we allowed it. We've taken it upon ourselves to construct this barrier to where we don't communicate with one another. We don't trust each other. We're more willing, man, to allow those who oppress us more than anyone else to get away with continuing to oppress us. Anytime someone not in authority says or does anything to us, we immediately snap. We go all in. We turn up. All the while, our oppressors, man, they sitting back and enjoying it, saying, hey, the shit worked. Look at them. Crazy shit, man, but it's true. Crazy shit, but it's true. All right? Think about that stuff, y'all. So Janice said, man, I'm driving and listening, but I hear you always. Appreciate you, sister. Salute right back as well. Salute. And you're going to say the clip was, for me, soul stirring. Yeah, you connected to your spiritual side. That's for sure, for sure. Hoover Snipe said facts. And that's the truth as well, man. Appreciate that, Snipe. Yeah, so, you know, this is what we're up against. And I'd like to hear what somebody has to say about this. Is that the truth? Are we afraid? Or are we just comfortable in the system that we know is detrimental to us? It does not allow us to grow, to flourish, you know, to be prosperous, for real, you know, to be individuals if we choose to be that, you know, in a system that makes laws, you know, and things, rules that only apply to us and not them. You know, what's you guys' take on that, man? How do you really see that get down? Because I tell you, man, if we look at it head on, we'll see everything. You know, if we'll focus on the focus, we'll see all the bullshit being played on us. But again, one of the reasons why we can't do that is because they have so much in place that distracts us. Again, man, we got to see how this shit work. It's so obvious. They put things in front of us to distract us. And that distraction is only done to keep us from seeing the truth. You know, and for the most part, most of us go for it. We're comfortable in this space. That's why you see a lot of raccoonery. You know what I mean? A lot of raccoonery, man. And I'm just speaking about our people in terms of, you know, buck dancing and going along with it, man, because they're comfortable in that space. They've been provided something for being in that space and representing the system. You know, that doesn't just go for entertainers and athletes and musicians, those types that we see this, exhibited from the most, but it also goes, to the boule, those gatekeepers, what I mean, that are, put in place to keep us in place. A lot of our leaders, we didn't choose them. Think about that. The leaders we chose weren't the leaders that they chose for us. And as a result, guess what happened to each and every one of them? I'm telling you, man, this shit is right in our face, man. All right. That being said, I'm going to move on, man. I'm going to show this last clip. And this goes out to all y'all who be wanting to pull up to them franchises, talking about getting you a 2-piece, a 3-piece, and with a biscuit, big old cup of sugar, that bleached flour biscuit and all that shit. This what they serving y'all, man. This what they serving you. All right, pay attention. Hold on, let me go up in here, because I want you to get the whole gist of this. It's fun. All right. Yeah. Boom. A condom. Now look, this ain't no made up shit. Look, it's fried into the chicken. That's a brother. Nah, man. Should shut the whole thing down, though. Yeah, give your money and shut this shit down. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, y'all.
Getting shit
I'm
that I
gonna
got
have to
going
rewind
on
this
in here.
chisel. Hey, hold on, let me rewind that thing, man.
Everybody want to be quiet. Don't nobody want to say nothing. We got direct video.
Matter of fact, this lady's getting a refund. They getting a refund.
Yeah, got to be
Matter
some
of fact,
refund activity
get this
going
refund
on.
activity.
Y'all heard
I just heard y'all didn't hear anything and see anything, so I'm
him?
finna run it back.
Refund activity. Nigga, that's a new
I'm gonna
thing.
run
He
it back,
said condom
man.
chicken. Anyways, I love that woman right there, man. She beautiful, she dope, and she be standing on business, looking out for the people. And she straight raw and cutthroat. Gotta love it. Not only that, wrong is wrong, right is right. Keep doing y'all job. Salute to you. Sure y'all want to
All
keep
right, here
on
you
eating
go.
at these people places? So you have this Popeyes in Houston, Texas, the one on Sam Houston Parkway. Well, a customer had found condom in a chicken. The fuck?
Man,
You know my girl Candace Matthews. She went down there.
that was, oh, fuck. My bad. That was a condom. Hold on, y'all. Oh, my God. What the hell I just do? Oh, my God. I'm always doing something. Damn. Where that shit at? That was a fucking condom fried into the chicken, man. I don't know if y'all heard me. I messed up and lost the piece, man. Okay. Shit. I don't know what button I hit, but I lost the whole thing. Okay, let me go to search. This. Oh shit, my bad. All right, here we go. Y'all getting it? Now, here's the thing, though. If we pay attention, most people that work in these fast food places ain't us. They ain't us. Oh, shit. Most of these fast food restaurants are employing Mexicans. Let's call it what it is. And if any of us got any damn sense, you know, a lot of us tend to want to think that we cool. Black and brown is cool. That's not the truth, man. Most of these fast food places are employed by Mexicans who got issues with blacks. Trust that. So every time one of y'all go into these places and buy this food, trust me, you're getting a specialty. You're getting a specialty. You're getting the chicken condom special. Excuse me, the chicken combo. Not chicken condom, but all right, every time.
And where's my young brother? Tell me, young brother. This young brother was sitting here eating with also a member of his family not too long ago, this weekend. He broke open his chicken. He bought the chicken from here. He sat down in here, opened up the chicken, and the chicken had a condom in it. A condom. There's the video right there of them opening the chicken, and you can tell the.
Look at how she looking, right? She know about that shit. She know.
Condom was cooked in the chicken. If you look at the whole video, it was cooked in the chicken. When they came up here to speak to you all about it, they laughed at him. They thought it was funny.
Do you know what time it was? I was in.
What time was it, young brother? It's on the receipt. Here's the receipt. Here's the receipt. Why the police were not called and notified that you have some freak in the kitchen?
Right.
Because that was cooked in the chicken. So you got some freak in the back, in the kitchen, playing.
You need to get a picture of who in the back. You might be able to find out
with himself and choking the chicken and stroking the chicken at the same time. This is a sick individual. We don't know what diseases is in the condom. So again, we don't know what germs.
I'm not sure if it was.
You need to call the GM. You need to call the owner. You need to call corporate.
He even had to go to the emergency room.
Be careful what you eat in this Popeyes.
I would not be ordering none of this damn chicken.
The chicken is coming with used condoms. The chicken
had used condoms in it. Don't you order none of that chicken. Get your money back.
My concern is if you eat this chicken, you might want to decide if you want to swallow or spit.
Yeah.
But that's how sick and nasty it is eating this damn Popeyes.
The boy went to the emergency room. We got everything. Police report, everything. Y'all better go to another Popeyes chicken.
So if you like...
Man, don't go to no Popeyes chicken. See, now, Dr. Matthews, I don't know,
choking chickens in here.
If you like eating chicken with condoms in it, step right on up and get your two-piece for special.
Make sure you get a Trojan special. Step right on up.
And they thought it was funny. Matter of fact, we'll show you the video. Where's that video?
I got it right here.
Y'all come take a look at the video. Come look at it. All you customers, come look at it. Watch this video. Wait, push pause on it for a second. Let them all come around. Watch this. Let everybody come around. We want y'all to watch this now. Look at this. Look.
Condom in the chicken.
Look. Condom inside, fried in the chicken. Look at it. Watch it. He's got to break it out. Look at it. Look.
Condom in the chicken.
Look at this nasty, filthy shit. Look at this. You don't know whose DNA you chewing on in Popeyes today. Look at this sickness.
Look at it. Show them.
Look at this.
Y'all better get y'all money back.
Look at this. You can tell the condom was fried and cooked in the chicken.
The
Look at this.
So I want to.
Even the Mexicans like, damn. Damn, it's it.
It's
This is
lifestyle.
crazy. Take a look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The condom is fried in the chicken.
In the chicken.
I'm worried about all you women. Don't eat this chicken because you might not know who your baby daddy is afterwards.
No.
This is pathetic. This is filthy. And they thought it was funny.
They did.
And they thought it was funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. This is foul as shit. I mean, it's some foul shit, you know. That's worse than a clip I have of an Asian guy preparing some shrimp fried rice and spitting a huge ass loogie into the get down and stirring it up. Finna feed it to the brothers and sisters. Hey, y'all, man, come on now. It can't be that serious.
I want to know who the chicken clucker that's back there over here freaking chicken and stuff.
Matter of fact, need to go outside and show the folks in the drive-thru too.
Yeah.
We got a chicken that they eating up in this damn place.
Yeah. Come on, let's do that.
Where's management though? I need corporate.
Talk about the police being called, you know, like.
And what was sad when the young brother called the police thought it was funny and said, well, there's been no crime committed, so we can't give you a report. Dr. Matthews had to get on the cops and make them take a report. How you going to say somebody's sticking a used condom in somebody's chicken in the back of this place is not a crime? That is absolutely a crime.
You can't spit on somebody and not be charged with a crime. You know what I mean? That's a fucking.
We don't know what bottom.
They still talking, running their mouth, and these people still handing out chicken in the back through the window. Y'all crazy.
Fluids. We don't know what STDs may be in that condom from some sick human being. If he's that type of pervert, how long he's been stroking and playing with chicken in the back? People may need to get some type of damn STD testing eating at this Popeyes. And they thought it was funny. HPD should be ashamed of themselves. So when they came back and Dr. Matthews got on their behind, then they gave him a police report. But we want a detective assigned to the case, and we want a detective to go back there and question every single employee. Because
they got cameras in there and shit. I wonder.
That's sick. That is some sick, perverted stuff. And we've seen other videos, including some at Popeyes, with people doing strange things with the chicken. So we know it ain't just a secret seasoning that's happening up in here. There's a lot more going on. The cops must take this seriously. We don't know what disease is being spread in this damn place.
And just the fact that it was even
chicken though, bullshit.
It didn't even melt in the grease.
All right.
It was just
I'm gone.
embedded.
All right, I'm gone, man. I'm gone. What the fuck? All right, there that is, man. Hey, I'm trying to see, and we all discussed it, but let's be real. Let's be 100. How many of y'all do that? You go to these establishments, these fast food joints, these franchise places that are employed by 90%, 99% Mexicans. All right. And hey, man, hey, I got a thing. My wife, my family tell you, if I can't see them cook it, I ain't fucking with it. You know, I know for a fact. I was in prison with them motherfuckers. I know how they get in. You know, you didn't do that shit. They were doing that shit in prison. You know, and the only way we were wise to it because the Mexicans wouldn't eat it. So whatever the Mexicans didn't eat, we knew off the rip. Oh, these motherfuckers done did something to the food. That nasty MF then put a condom in the chicken. And ain't no doubt, man, that Popeyes is frequented by more blacks than anybody else, man. So that was a vendetta. That was pure hatred, man, and racism right there. Come on now. I'm just saying, dog. You know, that was a chicken condom special. I mean, the chicken combo special. This shit ain't funny. It really ain't funny, man. For real, for real. Knock it off, bud. This shit ain't funny. This how they getting down with us, though, man. What's up with it, Fat Rat? Fat Rat say, man, peace to you and the RGC. Big Bub, man, something is up with your live. Is stuck or something. I'm looking at my phone. It's running. What happened? I'm looking at it, man, on my phone. It's running. All right. Maybe that was the first get down, man. I had to stop it. I ended up dropping the wrong intro and shit like that. And then the volume got cut. You know, something was going on with that. But, I mean, as of now, it looks like it's running. And then, trust to know, I got somebody monitoring it and be on my neck about any little thing that go wrong. You know, will bust in like, hey, you know, Nurse Ratchet type shit. Hey, what the, you know, I'm clouded, man. I'm clouded. Yeah, everything seemed to be up and running, though, Fat Rat. Everything is running, man. What's that? Illa Vision Films, man. Got to run that back, OG. All right, it ain't showing the screen. I did run it back. And if y'all want, I'll run it again because I didn't set it up right. My bad. Oh, my God. Condom fried chicken. Disregard may have been my internet. That was probably me, though, Fat Rat, no doubt. I want to run that shit again. Hey, man, listen, y'all. We're doing ourselves a favor. We're doing ourselves a favor when we say, hey, you know what? I'm better off not giving them my money for their food. I'm better off. Let me go grab this clip, man. I'm going to show y'all what the Asians do to y'all food when y'all go buy Chinese food, especially them Chinese restaurants that are in predominantly black communities. Oh, they cold with it. You know, a lot of them down south get roadkill, get cat and dog. They think it's chicken. You know, think it's, you know, Peking duck. You know, mugs eating cats and shit and dogs, man. This is how they serving us. This is how they serving us, man. Let's be 100. We ain't got to BS, man. We ain't got to BS ourselves. We don't have to BS ourselves. Oh, also, I want to, I got to go find that. There are these, I'll find that for us right quick, too, because I think that's worth looking at. Hold on. I want to get this. I want to pull this up and ask if any of you guys know about this occurrence that's happening. All right. What the fuck? Hold tight, y'all. I want to make sure y'all get this. Okay, let me go. Search. Bear with me, y'all. All right, let's see if that comes up. Nope. It went a good link. But anyway, I'm trying to find a link to this thing. I want to show this. Two historic black-owned banks announced that they are no longer looking to compete with each other and instead decided to pursue a 1.27 billion merger and bring both companies together. Now, y'all doing something for the people. At least I think so. You know, I don't know who behind that, but hey, I ain't going to knock it. All right, I wanted to go grab something, man. I can't grab it. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me show y'all what these Asians be doing to y'all food, man. And this shit ain't nothing funny, man. This some real shit right here. This how they getting down. Where that shit at? Where that shit at? Okay, maybe that was Coco sent me that. Maybe that was Coco. Let me see. Maybe that was me and that wasn't me. I think that was Coco, man. 1 second, y'all. Since we're on the topic of food, I want y'all to see what they do to our food, what they do to y'all's food when y'all go and order from these people. When y'all order food from these people and y'all not looking, they giving y'all a special. They giving you a special, man. Ain't no shit. I can't get that out. Oh, so he did send it to me. Okay. Oh, I hate when I can't find some. Brother T. Maybe it was Tone. Well, we know about KFC. I don't know. I might show that one. All right, what I'm looking for, I can't find, man. This is crazy. It always happens like that for me. I ain't mad. Man. It is what it is. All right. Anyway, they got shit for y'all in this food, y'all. And if y'all got any damn sense, y'all stop going eating at these places, especially under the circumstances in terms of what's going on in these situations that have arisen and we find ourselves faced with. You know, they are highly upset. For one, the Mexicans could be, you know, more upset or highly upset more than the Asians because we didn't support them. So we don't know what, you know, their agreement is in terms of how they deal with us. Most of them work in the food service industry. We willing to go and spend our dollars to buy food. On so many levels is wrong, but we're buying food that's prepared by people that have an issue with us. 1, 2, the food you're buying ain't even really food no more. You know, it's all manufactured now. You know what I mean? So that's a twofer. Should nobody want no parts of. You know what I mean? That's a 2-piece. You wouldn't even want a 1 piece of. You know, just think about that. The Asians are mad, not because we're racist, but because we, you know, thrown a wrench into how they earn a living. They earn their livings off of us. And so we said, hey, man, you know what? We're good. We don't like the treatment. We don't like disrespect, the racism. Boom. They took that as us being racist because we don't want to, you know, spend our dollars with them anymore. So just imagine 2 things are occurring, I think. For anybody dumb enough to still go to an Asian restaurant, I don't care how much they smile at you. Oh, it's so good to see you. Thank you for coming. All that bullshit. They doing something to your food, man. And not on no level to where, you know, you'll eat something and in 5 minutes, an hour, 3 hours, you know, the next day you be sick to death. You know, no, they ain't doing it like that. They're not doing it like that. Now, if they willing to spit in your food, if they willing to serve you rat, cat, and dog, they willing to drop a piece of feces in your shit. They willing to, hey, I'm just telling you what it is. The individual put that condom in that Popeye chicken. Ain't no telling what he mixed with the flour when they battered that chicken. You know, when they put that flour, ain't no telling, man, if they use piss or whatever. Some feces, ain't no telling. But our people are still going to buy this shit, man. Still spending our money on that BS, man. And now I'm telling you, that's some dangerous shit, man. I remember back in the days, man, they used to come to the black communities, man. But, you know, that was, you know, the crackers and put razor blades in fruits and shit. Take syringes and puncture certain, you know, liquids and, you know, squirt, you know, all kind of shit, you know, disinfectants and antifreeze, all kind of shit, man. This ain't nothing new, man. They've been doing this shit. It's just evolved in terms of who's doing it now. You know what I mean? And so again, man, we would be foolish to, hey, man, for real. You can't be that hungry to walk into an establishment and notice that everybody in there ain't you, and you would still buy that food. You know, I'm pretty sure some of y'all say, well, they'll eat it at break now, man. I bet you $1 to a donut They eating a different batch than what they serving you. I bet you. Again, I'm only able to say that because that's to get down in prison. And trust and know, y'all, that shit ain't too far separated. You know, got movement out here, man. You know what I mean? You got very limited movement in there. But the behaviors and shit, the mindsets, shit that go down out here, go down in there. Especially when it comes to racism. So y'all don't know what y'all eating. Y'all don't even know what y'all eating, man, when y'all go to these establishments, man. But y'all eating that shit. And then a lot of y'all got the damn nerve, so that shit was good. You don't know what you just ate. You know, you don't know. Let's be realistic, man. So I'm saying, man, you know, we got to start thinking in terms of, man, hey, man, looking out for what we consume. Again, that goes to us just saying, hey, we're going to spend our dollars with our people. You know, we're going to start investing not just in our economic wealth, but our health. Most of the food Chinese serve, man, ain't no good for you anyway. Most of the shit that's in these fast food joints, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Wendy's, all these spots, Popeyes, Louisiana, KFC, man. Now, I actually got a clip about KFC and what they serving. What they serving the people, man, and it's some crap. It's some shit that, you know, hey, ain't no telling how it's going to affect you, tell you the truth, because most of us don't know what the hell it is to begin with. We don't know what we're consuming, like I said. Most of us do not know. Okay. Where that KFC? It's crazy. Nobody gonna do like we do, man. Ain't nobody gonna do like we do, man. Real spit. It's this one. Nobody. Them people, man, every opportunity they get to do something dirty to us, y'all gotta know they're gonna do it. They're not gonna think about nothing else, man. So, let's search. I want to grab that Bill Gates and KFC one. Okay, let's see if that comes up. I found it. And y'all eating this shit. That shit ain't right, man. Y'all got to figure this shit out. Oh, they in Kenya. Well, I know for a fact a lot of them African countries kicked him out. I want to find the right one, the KFC one. All right, found it. That ain't gonna work. All right, I'm gonna play this, y'all. Check this out. Watch this. And see if that shit finger looking good after that. Oh shit. What I want to do? Which one was it? My bad. All right, here we go. Watch this. I'm gonna get another one. They move too fast.
Bill Gates' back lab-grown meat just got approved in the US, but the
All right.
companies making it won't reveal what's in the formula, and that's not even the worst part. Well, so this is an article that I saw online and I checked it out, and it's actually true. You know what I mean? It is. They definitely did approve lab grown meat, backed by Bill Gates in America. You know what I mean? Companies called Upside Foods. It's been approved a couple years ago. You know what I mean? Especially chicken.
Oh,
You see
fuck.
me? So for the people out there that love to eat chicken and all these things, you have to research and check out these things that you're buying at the supermarket and a lot of these fast food chain of food that people are eating. You know what I mean? Remember, your health is your wealth. So you want to put good nutritious things in your body that you can get minerals and vitamins from, right? Up full, always be grateful in your cup full, right? Remember, your health is your wealth.
Your health
Bill
is your
Gates
wealth.
back lab grown meat
Your health is your wealth.
just got
And we don't understand that. I'm telling y'all, we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. So the FDA actually did just approve bio lab produced meat. What they call it is manufactured meat. In other words, man-made. It ain't natural. Bill Gates. And we were having this conversation last week about Bill Gates. How did Bill Gates go from Microsoft and computers and shit like that to biotechnology, where he's growing food? He's the new Monsanto's, it seems to me. You know what I mean? He's involved in this shit as though, he's up to something evil and nefarious. He the one that first started talking about COVID, and then boom, COVID happened. He was talking about something after COVID, and you got to trust him, in that, whatever he's talking about, they got a plan to drop it. A lot of them think that the world is overpopulated. But how do you get rid of a large amount, of vast number of people, where it looks as though there's no foul play involved? You know what I mean? You create viruses and shit. You create disease. You know what I mean? You start feeding people shit to where, they start dying off, and then be like, oh, was ill, or this, that, and the third. This shit is some wicked shit. Popeyes is just that ain't even the tip of the iceberg. Asians spitting in y'all's food, that's just, that's like a drop of water in a lake, in terms of what they are actually doing to you guys' food. They're fucking over people, man. Biohazards and shit in y'all food, man. That's some crazy shit, man. And for anybody that ain't worried about that, you's a dumb fuck. And hey, I say that not respectfully. I just say it because I'm serious. If you were willing to go and spend your money on, man, y'all got to start doing better, man. This shit is crazy. This ain't no new shit. This some shit, man, that they've been on for a very long time. They've been doing this shit for a long time. I'm telling y'all, they used to do foul shit back in the day. They would come in our supermarkets and they would do shit to the food. They would do shit to the aspirin, the medicine. They would do all this shit, man. I don't know if a lot of y'all may not remember that shit, but that's actually what was happening. They were coming into the inner cities, urban areas, and, doing those real wicked, evil shit. I remember when Jack in the Box was first accused. Yeah, it was Jack in the Box, telling people they were serving beef patties and it was kangaroo. That was Jack in the Box. I remember that. I don't want to mistake for McDonald's. I'm pretty sure it was Jack in the Box. But all of them to this day, there's only one burger franchise that serves real beef. There's only one. Not only is the meat real, the lettuce is real, the tomatoes are real, the buns are real. And they did a cold promo, an advertisement where they time lapse one of their burgers, and that it molded it it didn't even take it 24 hours, 48 hours. The difference is, or the comparison is, these burgers you getting from joints. The place is Burger King. Burger King still serves, for better, lack of a better term, organic food or naturally grown food. They're the only ones, from the meat to the buns. Everybody else is serving GMO food, genetically altered food to the people, and nobody's concerned. No one's concerned. Everything they serve us, man, is poison for the most part. Even now, the vegetables. I saw something yesterday where they had watermelons. You know how you thump a watermelon, you boop, boop, all they did was press their thumb on it and the thing sunk. I'm like, okay, man, what the hell going on for real? I remember going shopping with my wife, man, wasn't too long ago. And how some of these stores, they cut the watermelon open for you, have it wrapped in cellophane, boom. And I saw that, and it wasn't one seed in that motherfucker. I grew up, I don't eat watermelon. I've never eaten watermelon. I can't tell you why. I'm not a fan of watermelon candy, flavor, nothing. I promise you guys, right hand to the ancestors. My whole family knows this. I don't eat nothing watermelon. But I recall my family eating it and then spitting them seeds out. Every bite was also damn near a mouthful of seeds. I come home and I'm recognizing there's no seeds in the watermelon. I come home, I'm telling my baby, get some grapes. I think maybe that first year, we eat grapes with seeds, and then baby come home one day with some grapes. I bite in the grape, and ain't a seed in it. I say, what's this? I'm saying all that to say, man, they're poisoning us. There's so much going on, though. See, there's so much going on, man. That is so much, so in fact that it's almost as if, or our excuse is, we can't focus on everything, but we can. We just been convinced that we can't. We just been convinced that we can't focus on everything. The reality is we can. We choose not to. Again, going back to what I've said, a lot of us are comfortable with the way things are. It's convenience for a lot of us. A lot of our people look at it as that, a convenience. Even to be dependent, it's a convenience. That's some detrimental shit, man. And I'm telling you, I don't want to know anyone, family included, who has that mindset or that type of attitude. Yeah, I give him 50 feet. I give him 50 feet. Just talking to my wife today about one of my people, man, one of my relatives. Like, hey, every 2-3 months I can tolerate it. Other than that, I can't be around me. It's too much bullshit, Coldest thing about it, a lot of them are grown. Go figure. But, grown ass mugs who are dependent. Just for convenience. That's some detrimental shit, man. Those are the people we need to be mindful of. Tells you a lot about a person. Tells you a lot about a person, y'all. You might not believe it. It's truth, though. A lot of our people are just like that. Just like that. So there they go. All right. Vision Fair, you say run that back, OG. It didn't show. I did. And I got, like I said, I got what I got, and I'm gonna show them again before we cut out anyway. There are a few of them I want to show again. I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, we're gonna X that out real quick. All right, boom. Yeah. All right. Okay. Queen Nzinga say trifling ass mofos. That's a damn shame. Nah, that's beyond the shame. That who? How do you address that? That ain't shameful right there. That's just downright disgusting. That shows you, I don't know, man. It's the caliber of people they are. For some of them. I'm not gonna blanket all of them, but like I say, man, for the most part, these places are them. And if any of y'all thinking that they're not getting cocktails and concoctions and shit served in their food, y'all some damn fools. Straight up, you know, straight up. Sick shit, man. You ain't never lied, Snipe. Sick shit. Chris say, man, is there a no talking to Mexicans policy in prison? Nah, not with blacks. See, I'm telling you this. See, that's the thing about us as a people, man. We don't trip shit like that. Y'all trip that shit. That's on y'all. You know. But we expect that we fuck with you. Then hey, man, and we got to be buddy, but cordial, respectful. You know what I mean? In the joint, supposedly they're not supposed to interact with us, do business with us more specifically. All right. But that's their rule. They're able or they are sanctioned to snitch on us, to save their own selves, to save their asses. They're allowed to snitch on us. All right. They're not allowed to do business with us. So any type of transactions, they can't do business. They're not supposed to do business with us as well. Well, they're not supposed to do business with us, but they do. We don't do that. We don't like, hey, money to be made. We say, okay, man, all money, good money. I've never been a real advocate of that because all money ain't good money. But our brothers in there, they'll sell something to the police if they approach them right. But in there, man, it's not necessarily a no talking thing, but their construct of their discipline is that they don't do no business with us. You know what I mean? Just period, point blank. Don't ask us for nothing. Don't borrow nothing. Don't buy nothing from us, and not supposed to sell us anything as well. Again, wink, wink. All right. But they got a lot of what you would call in prison stringent rules that honestly none of them really follow. Just on the surface, it looks that way, but that's not the truth either. Most brothers know. They go for the skinheads too, the crackers. Man, see, here's the thing: when a lot of them get to jonesing, and they know they can't go to their own people because they get disciplined, that's when they'll come holler at the blacks. Blacks be in the cut. I'm waiting on you. Serving super short. Serve them short. Take it or leave it, motherfucker. But it's what it is, man. Hot lead hurts. He said, man, Halloween candy too. I forgot. They was trying to do us back in the day, y'all. It was a rule when you went trick-or-treating back in the day. For real. You better not eat one piece of candy. Not one piece. Bubble gum, apple, nothing. That was the rule. And I had to, for the most part, we didn't. So the custom, the tradition back then was we go trick-or-treating. Sometimes a lot of us went way out of our own communities, you know what I mean? Get all the candy we can get. Some went out and snatched bags. That's what we used to call it. We snatched other kids' trick-or-treat bags, take our runner, boom. But the purpose was to get all the candy you can get. This is what we used to do, man. And you go home. Everybody sit on the floor with their legs open. Everybody pour their own bags of candy to it, and they pick through the candy. pick through the candy. You know what I mean? That's what we used to do, man. That was something we actually used to do. I ain't gonna ever forget it. You know, cause I mean, me back in the day, I was a fan of Chico sticks. You know, and every now and then, you know, that was rare. You know what I mean? They didn't have back in the day, you know, Snicker bites and them little bite size. You know, where they had. In fact, I take that back because they did. My grandmother used to buy them, where they had the little Hershey's square, you know, the little, you know, little square, you know, Hershey's wrapped up. They had that variety bag. That should go way back. So they did have that actually. I'm trying to remember if it was Snickers included. It probably was. But anyway, that's what we used to do, you know. And so once you sorted the can and everything, the parents, whoever the parent with the aunties, whatever, come by and inspect it. And they told you what candy you was going to eat and what candy you wasn't. Don't eat that. You know, if it wasn't sealed, yay. Hey, yeah, that was going in the trash. You know what I mean? Because back then, like I say, man, and again, the parents were more attentive. I have to say, honestly speaking, truthfully speaking, some would probably disagree, but back then, I think parents were more attentive. You know, and then, you know, again, times had progressed. Then you had the latchkey kids where parents were at work and they didn't see the kids. They got home from work. Kid go home from school, have his key around his neck, going to house, da da da. You know, so times change over time. Things change over time. But yeah, Halloween candy was also one of them things we really, really were on the lookout for. Because we knew they were doing foul shit. They were doing foul shit. Real spit, man. Yeah, man. Halloween candy. I don't know how I forgot that one. Farrah said, man, the food comes off the truck chemically weaponized to pay big pharmaceuticals, y'all. And I don't know, man, about this, but I think pharmaceuticals make the most money out of all of them. I think so, you know. You know, their business is not to heal you. You know, it's to keep you sick. You know what I mean? You can give you something, man, might, in fact, it won't cure what they're giving you the pills for, but it'll create more problems, you know. All the commercials, look at the commercials. Don't take, you know, if it's da-da-da-da-da, and may cause, you know, your heart stop, you know, brain aneurysms, da-da-da-da, you know, crazy shit. Big pharma winning, though. No shit, man. So anyway, Fat Rat said, man, look, the food comes off the truck chemically weaponized to pay big pharma and shorten our lifespan, people. The little games they play, prepping and serving, it is third and fourth layer contamination. Straight up. You're going to say, man, adding to the argument, that separation is our route or our route. You know? That's it, man. But hey, Fat Rat, like I'm saying, man, for a lot of us, man, it's sad, man. It's we've attached a matter of convenience to just going along with this shit. For whatever reason, man, none of it really makes sense. You know that the medicine you're taking does not cure you, don't make you healthy. They just have you on it, and they get paid. And a lot of them might be placebos and shit. You know, panacea is just some shit don't even work anyway. But they gonna get paid regardless. And in a lot of cases, some of that shit might tweak or make you feel a little better, but it doesn't remedy the problem. And in the process, it creates more problems for you. I mean, now, okay, now, man, my blah, blah, blah is hurting. Give you some more shit. Make you think that shit working, but it causes another problem. The shit is it's a revolving thing. It goes on and on. Big Pharma is the ones, man. That's where the game starts first. Real spit. All right, King Heck Hero El Bay, 10 jewels, man. All love, man. Appreciate you, bro. And you guys, so I gotta ask because I don't know. The other day, somebody did the same thing. I think it was Chris, and it said like something like 10 jewels or whatever. What is that? What does that mean? What does that indicate, man? You know, I don't know. Is that like just giving the props and shit. What is that? You know, and I'm not being naive. I really, well, shit. I'm just don't know. I'm thinking, is that money? How does that work? I don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I mean? But I saw it last night, and I saw it also Friday. And I just, I didn't associate it with nothing else. I'm just okay. I don't know what the fuck that is. But anyway, yeah, somebody tell me what that is, man. Snipe got a smiley face. I don't know what you laughed at, Obi. Queen Zinga said, man, they say the kangaroo was fire. I ain't look, yeah. I stopped eating meat. It's been 26 years now. Before that, I stopped eating pork in 1986. Soledad prison. Same day, I stopped believing in Jesus Christ. Same day, I stopped saying the N word. Same day, I stopped using the B word. All that happened in one day. So I couldn't tell you what the hell, I don't know, man. I ain't had no meat in a long time, man. Now, when we go out, the functions and shit, what we notice is a lot of people, they use ground turkey now in greens, in barbecue baked beans and shit like that. So, it's a task for me and the wife. We pick through shit, It's funny, man, but it's a process. Because I don't want to eat this shit. You know what I mean? But I know for whatever reason, man, for the most part, the flavors in it, whatever's in the fucking meat is now in my greens or in my baked beans. I'm like, oh shit, you can't escape it, So, most time I give me a big ass salad. I'll knock that thing down, you know what I mean? Some macaroni and cheese, now you got to worry about the cheese now that's in macaroni. Whole lot of oils and shit, just all kind of foul shit, man. But yeah, I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you what it was like. I couldn't tell you. Kangaroo. Queen and Zing said kangaroo. At least I think she said she heard, or they said kangaroo was fire. And actually they sell it now. Kangaroo, there's another one. Is it emu? I'm not sure. I think they eat emu now. Buffalo steaks, all kind of different shit. Well, it ain't different actually, because people been eating this shit for a long time, But it's made its way here, and people are indulging in this bullshit. Henry said, man, what it do, Henry? He said, one love, one nation, peace and blessings, everyone. Salute, brother Bub. Right back to you, bro. Salute. Good to see you up in here, Henry. May everything be everything for you and yours today. Peace and prosperity as always. Same to you, Fat Rat. Peace and prosperity, bro, to you and your loved ones. You going to say, Fat Rat, the condom was from a whistleblower. No one is going to chew through a condom. Real shit, though. That's the warning shot to leave it alone. A good deterrent. Yeah, I'm sitting there watching him. I had the first clip, which was more close up. And they actually fried it with the batter on the chicken. So, the batter damn near didn't pull off. But one thing for damn sure, in all that hot grease, that thing didn't deteriorate or melt or nothing. Now, probably be safe to say probably wasn't nothing in the condom. Wasn't no fluids in the condom. Probably, I don't know. I ain't put it in there. But still, I agree with what Fat Rat's saying. It's a good deterrent. If that don't stop black folk, hey, man, listen, y'all. Come on, man. I don't know, man. I just swear I don't know, man, what's wrong with us, man. But, we ought to know better. It shouldn't take us but one time, maybe two, sometimes three to get the damn message, man, and say, okay, wipe your hands, clean that shit, move on, man. I hate to say that ain't going to be the case. I'm pretty sure of it. I go to LA, man, and I'll park right across the street from Popeyes in Louisiana and KFC, because they're all in the same vicinity right there on Manchester anyway. Very close. And I bet you $1 to a donut, man. Them brothers and sisters going to be in and out of that thing, man, like they giving away money. Sad shit. Again, convenience. Don't nobody want to cook no more. Lot and I say this. Well, I say this. Me saying it don't make it sound respectful. A lot of these sisters don't know how to cook. Let's keep it real. This is why we see most of them going through these drive-throughs, going in these fast food joints with them kids. They don't know how to cook. Don't want to cook. Find that convenient, or finds it very inconvenient to be over a hot stove with that wig and them weaves, all that stuff. We sweating in the food. I don't know. I'm just saying though, but a lot of them don't cook, don't know how to cook. A lot of them. All right. Yeah, and then I'm not taking no shots. I just think I'm speaking truth to power here. Not trying to be disrespectful to nobody. But Fat Rat, good point, man. That would be a great deterrent. We need to see that more often, and not just in Houston. So if anyone's listening, do us a service. Lisa Moore said, man, it's a recall on the lettuce right now too. Yep, I saw that. Hey, man, I forgot the disease or the virus that was in it. Because a lot of these what do they call them, farms? These where they plant this shit at, man. A lot of them got rats in it, pissing in. Got all kind of shit going on, man. A lot of them got pigs running through it and shit. That's why we must grow our own food. Grow our own shit, man, and we miss this BS, y'all. I ain't gonna say nothing because she'll hear me, but I'll show you better than I can tell you. That's what I'm on, man. Shit. That's what I'm on. All right, appreciate that, Lisa Moore. Real spit as well. Y'all got to check out the recalls, man. Stay abreast of what's happening. And the FDA, as we all know, man, they just passed all kind of shit. The FDA is letting this shit happen. Like, we ain't got no problem with it. They'll eat it. This is what the FDA is saying. Well, it won't kill them. It won't kill them. As long as it don't kill them, That's how the FDA is looking at this shit. Sad shit. Yeah, it's not. Wow. All right, SBC Kennels, man. Good to see you back. Long time no see. He say, how many places give us ninja feed? All of them, if you ask me. All of them. Again, I'm the type of brother, man. I like to see you cook my food, man. Let me, because I like to see you get it, put it in whatever, especially my fish. And I used to eat a lot of fish, fried fish from places, that stopped drastically, like only time I eat fish now is salmon, and my wife cooks it. She prepares it. Every now and then we'll go to California Fish Grill, and in the one near us, you can see in the kitchen. I appreciate that shit. I appreciate it, man. I can, now as far as the salads and shit go, for the most part, they got a lot of that shit already pre-prepared, so I don't eat their salads. But I could see them take the fries out the bag, put them in things, fry my fries. I see my fish, I tell you, hey, man, double fry it. Don't give me no pink fish. I don't like this shit, boom, boom, boom. But I can see those get out. That's not everywhere, though. So, again, chances are you getting that ninja feed. You getting this, this black folk feed, Shit dangerous, y'all. Dangerous. You going to say Kennel's man, black come in, he got phased from his own Mexican, come in, he fall under Sereno, right? Shaking my head. Let me read that again. All right. Black come in, he got phased from his own Mexican. He got phased from his own. Okay, got you. My bad. I'm used to seeing, quotations, my bad, bro. So anyway, black come in, he got phased from his own. Mexican come in, he fall under Sereno, right? Pretty much. They don't do that shit. And little do a lot of us acknowledge and know they out here warring with each other too. They kill each other too. They don't put it on the news though. But they do. They, unalive each other. But when they go to jail, whatever, hey, they got certain protocols they stick to. You got to respect that. Brothers now going through this BS out here, man, going to jail, you want to continue in jail. Funny thing is a lot of y'all can't even fight. For real. But what's even sad is that you dudes are still doing this shit. Gang banging is dead, man. It's dead. Trust me. Gang banging is dead, man. And for those of you who don't know it, you might end up just like gang banging. You may very well end up just like gang banging. That's it. That's all. You say not on the 4-yard, LOL. What ain't on the 4-yard, Snipe? Super yard ninjas would sell to the piggy. I was telling I think I was sharing last night, the pig try to slide up on me, sidle up on me, like, going to business with my these, these situations, you sell them for me. You gotta be stupid in mud. I ain't one of them, homie. Nah, you gonna find somebody else for that shit. Find somebody else. It got to the point because I at the time I was head porter, and supply day, got the upstairs open, so I got access to the thing all day. When he first approached me, he was in there. I was so uncomfortable, bro. I don't fuck with y'all like that. I ain't never done that, And so every supply day, he won't come in and shoot shit. And that got to the point like, nah, man. That motherfucker come in, I'm like, hey, hold on. Take my ass right on up out that motherfucker. Because far as I know, he kind of felt some way, or he could have felt some kind of way by me saying, nah, I ain't with that. Thinking maybe I, hey, go tell somebody, No, I knew better than do that. You know what I mean? I ain't got nothing to say to nobody about that shit. Real spit, But yeah, man, and that was going on up there. And the coldest part was these, again, man, they play us, man, like fiddles. You interact with them like that, they turn your ass in. Turn you in, man, quick. I've seen it. Sad shit, bro. Sad shit. How lead hurts. He say facts, man. At least more I remember that. Crazy ass people was put razors in the candy, man. In the Halloween candy, not just the apples. They was putting it in the candy bars, man. These people was trying to hurt us, man. And that shit go way back. Again, they didn't start with fast food. This shit been going on, man. Injecting us with shit, experimenting on us, doing foul shit to us. Been going on. Ain't new. Ain't nothing new about it. Yeah, you didn't take no fruit back in the day. You get slapped upside the head, you come back with your trick-or-treat bag and you got apples and shit up in there. You get popped quick. Matter of fact, you might not even get the candy. Parent take the whole candy, give it to your brothers and sisters. You be mad as hell. Yeah, man, we learned that shit early. See, because back in the day when we were growing up, there was still crackers in our community on Hoover. I don't mean like on Hoover, no. They were living on Hoover still, you know what I mean? For real. And we were always told, don't go to that door. Past that house, boy, I bet not see go. You know what I mean? That's some real shit. So, that was off limits anyway. But yeah, man, crazy shit. Snipe say, hell yeah, parents were parenting. That's the truth, man. In fact, other parents were parenting your ass back in the day. Now, I don't know if any of y'all in here of age or been around that long where You did something on the street and another parent saw it. Oh, you was fair game. You were fair game. I literally went through that. If you was playing in the street and a grown up told you get your ass out the street, you stay in the street, they coming at, they finna get you. They finna get you, and you finna get your ass whooped. Not on that, your ass gonna get jerked and shook all the way to your front door. Like, hey, Miss So-and-so, get out in the street, and I done the cars passing by, gonna get hit. You know, back in the day, a lot of, you know, I grew up with guys, we growing up, got hit by cars and shit, died. I remember all that shit, you know. So that was a concern for parents. Parents actually parented. Real shit. Man, they would go up to the schools. You was acting up in school? Shit. I don't know about y'all. I'd had my ass whooped in front of my class at least twice. At least twice. Good shit, man. Yeah. And that was after the principal or the teachers whooped my ass. You dig? Yeah, man. Them days long gone. But we need to bring them back. That'd be a good look. But see how the system play? System tell you now you can't even discipline your kid. You can't parent. You can't parent. And if you do too much parenting on the parent, if you take too many liberties with the parenting, they come get your kids and give them to somebody else. What happens there, you know? It's cold shit, man. Cold shit. Parents used to parent back in the day. I don't care what your parents was in or what. Hey, man, you didn't play with them. I bet you that. This shit you see now, man, these young cats and girls talking back, cussing at they, man, you be dead. You be dead. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll beat your ass to the white meat. You know, that's the real shit. Ain't no way, man, you could have talked back, cussed, raised your hand. Your ass, man, you be dead, man. I'm telling you the truth. I tried that shit. I got hit with a hammer and a skillet, you know, and I knew from then, hey, man, all right, yeah, mom, yes, ma'am, yeah. Shh. You know, grandmama love the hell out of me too. Fucked me up with that hammer though. They didn't play, man. That shit totally different now, man. And they knew what they were doing. Again, y'all, I was talking to Yacinda about how things changed and when that change occurred, who it affected first. It affected the man in the family first. They went after him first. Our brothers, our fathers. They went after him. And they went after him first through employment. Put him in that position. You know, and these brothers were stumped down. They were taking care of their families. So what most of them did, man, they went to the streets. They had to do crime. Make sure their kids eat. Pay the bills. You know, shit of that nature. They came behind them, man, and they said, okay, you know, went to the mama. Said, okay, hey, look, we got you, though. Well, we know he's not a deadbeat. He has no job. He not, you know. It was his fault, right? This is what they relayed and conveyed to our sisters, our mothers. But we got you. We got these checks. And a lot of sisters went for that shit. Agreed. You know. And again, I understand. A lot of them actually thought that there was no other alternative but to depend on Whitey. All along, it was a play. All along, it was a play. To make our mothers, man, our women resent our brothers, our fathers, you know what I mean? They became feminists and shit and all this stuff. And to an extent, I have no problem with that, but it became this thing, I don't need you. But see, you talking about you being selfish. What about these kids? You know, so why do you say don't let me in the house? And That's how you gonna get out, you know. What about these kids though? You know, this shit crazy, man. All this shit, again, it ain't by accident. Every bit of this shit, from the food we eating to how the system is, treating, you know, how we interact with each other, and all this shit, man, is by design. Cold shit. Cold shit. The more I think about, the madder I get about this shit, man. Yeah, you talking about the pills, Snipe, Big Pharma. You know, you go to the hospital, something wrong, something ails you. You know, they got the prescription already, man. You know, in fact, the prescription ready before your ass even leave the hospital. You know what I mean? And then they give you something, man, that's gonna give you side effects. You know, and you just had a pain in your side, you know, in your lower back. You know what I mean? Something, you know, man. Before you know it, you can't even move your left leg. You know what I'm saying? You got some semi paralysis jumping off. Your eye keep twitching. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, crazy, man. Real spit, bro. Chris say, Bub, I don't either, man. I pressed on it by accident. What's that, bro? I missed that. I'm running my mouth. Anyway, Farrah said, man, he calls the arc deceiver. Oh, he's called the arc deceiver, Bub. He deceives the whole world, save a few. And in the final analysis, when he's called to account, he says, I ain't forced nobody. Coldplay. And again, y'all, that's the script. That's the playbook. That's their playbook. Let him tell you he ain't had nothing to do with none of this. It's not his fault. We were already fucked up. Situation was already bad before he got here, before he met us. You know? Cold spiel, man. Henry Cedello said, man, the minister Farrakhan doesn't eat meat. But he said, if you have to buy meat from a Jewish butcher, all right, let me read that again. The minister Farrakhan doesn't eat meat, but he said, if you have to buy meat from a Jewish butcher because it's against their religion to eat pork and foods with chemicals, but it's expensive. And again, I was telling you guys, I just learned this recently. For those who are really rich, wherever they are in the United States, they order their food from Europe. I ain't lying. Now they may know some kosher spots, and they go get, they know, But when it comes to certain shit, fruits and vegetables, they're not eating none of that shit out here, man. That grows here in the United States. Unless they know of a real, and see now the term organic it's loosely used nowadays. You can't trust that shit either. But unless they know somebody, they actually got a family farm that they run, like you're gonna produce all natural shit, no pesticides, no nut, no my shit. Yeah, you know what I mean? But hey man, they don't shop in grocery stores like us. They don't even fuck with Whole Foods like that. These motherfuckers is ordering shit. Excuse me, y'all. I'm done. For real, man. They what they eating. We ain't seen that had that man in a long time. Real shit. In a long time. But yeah, I would imagine if you're gonna buy food, buy kosher. And maybe even halal. I'm not sure about that though. Those standards, in terms of how they deal with shit. But kosher for sure. For sure. And the cold part about it, I'm the type of person, I read ingredients. Anything in my kitchen, I can tell you where it came from and what's in it, for the most part, And I notice a lot of foods, spices even, that are in our cupboards, in our cabinets, a lot of come from Israel. But they won't eat that shit. They won't. But they'll sell it to you. Cold thing. Chris said, man, you stop believing in God. It seems like God shines his light on you. It seems like God shined his light on you that day. You know, you can call it what you will. You know what I mean? I don't have no issue with that. I know that, and the craziest thing was, shit, we grew up Christians. We was in church every damn Sunday. My mama made us join the choir, the youth choir. I was in all that shit. Sunday school, church all day. Visit other churches. What them people call evangelists, or what's the damn, I forget the name of them. My mind drew a blank. But we visit other churches, visiting pastors, and the whole church go to another church. And we had to sit through that shit. I hated that shit. Just something went right about it, you know. And I have to be honest, we noticed the first homosexual in our church back in the day. We'd ask him, Mom, what's going on? He was the piano player. He said, "Oh, you're fat." You know, that's how she said it. You know, like, oh shit. And that motherfucker there, and we like, this motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, man, church, you know, I was in church. We grew up in church. Got to the point though, we start going through the front door, sneaking out the back. Take the little church 50 cent that we supposed to put in the plate, man. Shit. Asian market right next door. Going there, man, buy a gang of candy, man. You know what I mean? Back then, 50 cent, that was a lot of candy. We talking about 1973, 74. That's a lot of candy. You know, shit, man. We ditched in the alley till we thought Sunday school was over. You know, hey, that's what it was. But grew up a Christian. You know, it's just what it was, bro. You know. Yeah, kangaroo meat is big in Australia. Ferris said, man, hear me, man. Some kosher works and halal. The goal is no meat. So this enemy goes Monsanto and Viola bad lettuce. All right. And that's the truth, man, Fat Rat. Honestly, really, seriously speaking, it should be a no meat diet. It just should be, man, for any of us. I think that, you know, if you eat eggs, that's different. But hey, you know, make sure that shit is done right. You know what I mean? You know, but yeah, meat, man, nowadays you can't tell. Fat Rat said separation. We be preaching the same shit, Fat Rat, for a minute now. I agree wholeheartedly, man. Self-segregate. That's what I call it. Self-segregate, man. Get the hell away from these people, y'all. If we don't, they're gonna kill us. They're gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure it out. The longer we remain in their clutches, they're gonna figure out how to do us, man. I'm telling you. That's the truth, man. Separation. Lisa Moore said, that's right, brother Fat Rat. Separation is the answer. And I wonder how many of us actually, you know, not just feel that way, but actually think that way and is connected to that in the realest way, you know, understanding, knowing internally that our survival depends on it. That's how serious that shit is. I think separation is the key, man. Without it, if we don't do it, we're in a world of hurt, man. We already, if we just pay attention, stop letting all these distractions, you know, get our focus. We will see the damage and the harm that's being done to us more than anybody else. And that shit's scary, man. That's some scary stuff. B-Face says, man, cooking is a necessary survival skill. Yep. That's the truth, bro. Appreciate that comment also, B-Face. Yep, real shit, man. Henry said, man, I heard they are supposed to start labeling the food with warning stickers like on cigarettes. I wouldn't bet on it. But you know what? Damn. Yeah. I think they will, because, and you know what? It's just like cigarettes, people gonna smoke them anyway. With that shit, you can label it, hey man, this ain't real. This is man-made. It's manufactured. It could be harmful to your health. They're gonna eat that shit. They're gonna eat it. It ain't gonna matter, man. It ain't gonna matter. Henry said, man, man, get your behind beat by mom's auntie and grandma. Real talk. Yeah, that was always. And see, I don't know. Again, man, that's what's missing though. Let's be 100. And even though we're getting them ass whoopings, we learned how to be a little more, little more slicker, a little more craftier. You know, we learned how to not tell on ourselves. You know what I mean? Back then, it was an extension cord. I don't know nothing else that I've ever got my ass whooped. Well, I take that back. Switches. As a kid, I remember, you know, because we had a tree in the back. Shit, mom go get that switch. And when she coming, she's taking the branch and stripping the leaves off the switch. And you just start crying immediately. Man, real tears. Real tears. I remember that shit. Man, them switches was bad. But when that extension cord came into play, oh my God. Man, look here. I'm gonna tell you, love my mama. Rest her soul. I was scared of my mama, man. My mama didn't play. When I knew I messed up, I got to the age about the 4th grade. I messed up, and I know that's an ass whooping, boy. I wasn't going home. I was running away in 4th grade. Like, I ain't taking that ass whooping. You know, I just couldn't stop messing up, though. Man, shit. The only person who used to be able to find me was my cousin, rest in peace, Vanessa. I don't know how she found me every time, man. Like, boy, come on. And I start crying on the way. I'm like, I don't want that. I'm going to get you out of it, but you got to stop fucking up. You know, and like, you know. And mom and Vanessa Lisa, oh, you think she saved you? Like, fuck. Yeah, man, the ass whoopings, boy. I was scared of my mama. Loved and respected her, though. Real spit. Fabric said contaminated Skittles dropped in the playground of our babies in Ish. I'm in Detroit, so it's black out here. Others know they're out of place. We over here doing us. Man, I love to be in that environment, that community. I ain't gonna lie. I love to be in that environment. Man, shit. I'm living for that, man, to see that and be a part of that. West Coden said, man, gang banging Section 8 and crack destroyed the black community. And we helped it, bro. We helped destroy our community. We helped make gang banging the scourge upon our people, our communities, man. We sold crack to our people. We helped poison, man, yeah, all that. All the above, bro. All the above. I sit up, man, I talk to my wife about this shit, man. We like, damn, man. Can you believe we did that shit? You know? We did that shit, man. Man, we did that shit. All right, everybody, I gotta push, man. I smell my dinner. That means, you know, hey. Always, man, I enjoy you guys' company. I enjoy my brothers and sisters, man. I love and respect each and every one of you. All right. And that's based upon the love and respect I receive from you, man. That's a good look. If I didn't get it initially from you, I would give it initially to you. Trust that. Know that. All right. Take care of yourselves, man. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Love those who are near and dear to you, man. Take care of those who are near and dear to you, man. They need that. We need that. We got to bring that back. All right. We have to bring that back. So, you know, power is in the people. Power is in the people. If you're a religious person, you know, a person of faith, You know, you are practicing whatever it is that moves you, that keeps you, grounded, keep you connected to that force, that source, whatever. Understand and know, man, that's in you. That ain't coming from without. It ain't gonna descend. It's already there, man. It's in you. Power's in you, man. Power's in the people, man. Take care of that power, man. Help that power to grow, man. Spread, help to activate it, make it more powerful. Take care of yourselves, man. I'll see you brothers and sisters on tomorrow. All love and respect. You are, you have been, and you will be under the groove, everybody. One love, all right? Let me drop this for y'all right here. Oh. Oh, my bad.
Around the sea,
you hear it?
the war ain't overseas. It's right in our streets. Young kings killing kings before they 23. Then another mother crying on the evening news feed. Another little baby growing up without a dad. Another young sister carrying trauma from the past. Another grandmother praying while she holding back tears, watching violence multiply year after year. We scream for justice when the world does us wrong, but how we gonna rise if we destroy our own? Every funeral, another dream laid to rest. Every casket, another wound in the community's chest. The ancestors didn't survive for us to die like this. Didn't fight through oppression for us to live like this. Somewhere we lost the code, somewhere we lost the way. And if we don't change now, what future can we save? Wake up, black people. The babies need us now. Wake up, black people. The mothers need us now. Protect our women, protect our children, protect our elders. Let's rebuild our village. Wake up, black people. Yeah. Oh, wake up, black people. This verse for the black woman, the queen of the household, the backbone, the survival, the one who carried generations through the darkest trials. When the world was cold, she was the warmth. When the family broke, she held the phone. When fathers were absent, she carried the weight. Working 2 jobs, still putting food on plates. Who taught us our first words? Who wiped away our tears? Who prayed over our beds and fought away our fear? The black woman deserves protection and respect. Not abuse, not neglect, not betrayal, not disrespect. If she suffers, the family suffers. If the family suffers, the community suffers. And if the community suffers, the future suffers. So every real man listen and honor your mother, protect your daughter, love your sister, cherish your wife. Because a community that protects its women protects its future. Wake up, black people. The babies need us now. Wake up, black people. The mothers need us now. Protect our women, protect our children, protect our elders. Let's rebuild our village. Wake up, black people. Wake up, black people. To the young brothers carrying anger inside, I understand the pain, but don't let it decide. Who you become or who you leave behind. Don't trade your whole future for one reckless night. To the young sisters chasing money at any cost, don't help destroy the same community we've lost. A setup for a robbery ain't worth a human soul. One decision can create damage nobody controls. To the elders, we need your guidance. To the teachers, we need your knowledge. To the fathers, we need your presence. To the mother, we need your wisdom. The village has to come back. The unity has to return, because the next generation is watching everything we do. No more funerals, no more burying babies, no more mothers crying, no more communities breaking. Lift your brother, lift your sister, lift your people, lift each other. No more hate, no more division. It's time for healing, it's time for vision. Imagine the future where the children feel safe, where every young king understands his place, where every young queen knows her worth and power, where unity grows stronger every hour. Imagine neighborhoods building businesses again, families creating wealth instead of visiting pens. Imagine fathers at home teaching sons how to lead, and mothers being honored for the lives that they see. Imagine elders respected every place they go, passing down wisdom only experience can know. Imagine black people standing together once more, not perfect, but united at the core. That's the dream, not destruction, not division, but healing, building, growing, living. Because our story ain't over, and our greatest chapter can still be written. Wake up, black people. The future calling. Wake up, black people. Wake up, black people. The ancestors watching. Pop, pop. Protect our women, protect our children, protect our elders. Let's rebuild our village. Wake up, wake up, black people. Stand up, black people. Wake up, rise up, black people. Wake up,
All right.
Before it's too late.
There it is there, y'all. I know I hung out long enough. All love and respect, man. See you, brothers and sisters, you kings and queens, gods and goddesses, on the morrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening. One love, everybody. Powers in the people. You are, you have been, and you will be under the groove. All love and respect.